Hollywood Sports.
Welcome to the show, boys.
Hey,
we are back. We are live in studio, looking
Michael,
at each other. This is nice.
Yeah.
Are we talking to a ghost?
I know, right? May as well be.
He's here.
Wow.
Out of the hospital.
I love it. All the T's and P's, the well wishes.
Yes.
Got you out.
They did.
And you look great.
Thank you. Well, that's like 5 banana bags a day. My skin looks fantastic.
Yeah, dude, you don't drink water. You just got a year's supply of water.
Yeah. It's like, wow, this is me on water. Okay.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, nothing else. This is me.
Yeah,
maybe
water.
some juices.
Skin is on glow.
Yeah.
Shout out water.
Shout out.
It's a high quality.
Shout out water.
quality.
I'll just say this real quick and get it out of the way. We did our episode last week, me live in the hospital room. But yeah, man, I feel good to be back because I had a little bout with life. I had, I thought I was healthy. I've been eating, great my whole life. I eat a high protein, low carb diet, but unfortunately that was also too much protein, red meat and pork, and no fiber. And
Michael hasn't skipped a day without bacon.
Yeah. 25 years bacon every day.
This is for real.
15
I mean,
years
to be
old.
fair, it is pretty hard to avoid like an overload of protein with most of the products that are being released right now. Like even Starbucks has protein in their drinks.
Well, it's because you need. We need protein, right? But anyway, so I had a situation where it could have been life or death, which is kind of crazy. It wasn't
For real.
but I did have a perforation on my colon, which if you think of a perforated check, that means you're pretty close to a tear. And so a lot of people who get this condition, it happens in their intestines. Mine went straight to my colon. I guess I bypassed it all. I thought I had gastroenteritis or gas or something, but really it was all that in my intestines making it way to the colon. Anyway, after 7 days in the hospital and realizing that there are people in that situation that have had, fatal ruptures, I just feel blessed and grateful to be taken care of, to have my health and, to take care of my body and to be able to be, to live to 100 is the goal. So,
okay.
Yeah, definitely making the changes, so I can walk.
You're trying to live to the Benji Frankie.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, grateful to be out of the hospital.
This was an attempt.
Very eye-opening. Oh yeah, this is hilarious. I got this for myself right before we came on
Michael
here.
almost took himself with a green
I know.
juice.
I'm not allowed to have green juices, raw fruits, or vegetables right now. And then I just went and bought this. I was like, I'm going to have this for my lunch. And then I was like, well, Stone, congratulations. You get a yummy little juice.
Yeah,
so,
I appreciate it. I didn't eat breakfast, so that's going to be my breakfast. It's great.
Nice,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah. So I appreciate all the thoughts and prayers. And we're back in studio. It's official. We're all here. This is beautiful.
None of our teams are in the playoffs.
Yeah. That's also a great moment, too, to remind everybody.
It's freeing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Remind everybody that we're doing the show every week. The long form is released onto YouTube. You can follow the clips on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube Shorts. And make sure to follow us. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Peep the Instagram. We got Colby Stats running the Instagram stories as of late. And he's been
memes.
sounding off.
We're about to become a meme page. We're going to take the world by storm because.
And if you're still listening, please subscribe. I know it sounds so stupid, but it's a thing,
Yeah, subscribe. Yeah. Go to our YouTube page. If you're a friend, you're probably watching this because you know us. And
we're also live on TikTok.
And we are live on TikTok
What
today.
up, TikTok?
That's right. TikTok. I got a new phone case. I'm very excited. It feels like a football.
It looks nice. It looks like a football.
Yeah.
It's like, I like that.
Shout out to the wife. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Hey, Michael, it's good to see you. Thank you for the update. Stone, good to see you. What's new with you? Anything?
Nothing crazy. I've been in the garage this week again, just building more miniatures. And that's fun. I don't know. I kind of it's cool. I can just kind of throw something on the TV and kind of lock in.
Heck yeah. Dude.
A lot of the problem is buying some materials and then realizing I need to go back and get more materials.
Oh, so it's the worst.
Right now, it's just kind of the process of figuring out, so for future projects, how much I can spend, I got plenty of budget on this one, so it's been nice to buy some tester things. But for the other smaller stuff, I'll definitely need to consolidate some product
and organize it.
Nice.
Yeah, and also people need to realize if you're going to Home Depot a few times,
supplies.
If you're going to Home Depot a few times a day or whatever your lumber store is or your home goods supply store is, you're walking miles. Like,
we might look pretty, but we know how to build shit.
Yeah. Well, also
we're
every Home Depot location is different.
Graders, fabricators.
Here in LA, like there's like 5 within a few miles of each other. So it just depends on what the most local one is at the moment.
Yeah.
But that is not the same layout as the one you went to earlier.
Oh, no. I hate going to different Home Depots. I will say this.
Lots of walking.
If you go to Home Depot, you're going to need to poop. What is that?
Oh, every single time. The bathroom's in different spots, too.
Oh, it's the worst.
The moment you get to Home Depot, you got to take
right wall.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
No walls, just floating.
Yeah. Floating bathroom.
Yeah.
The hard thing about...
use our tester toilet.
The hard thing about Los Angeles is if you need something, by the time you go to the store, it's not going to be there, most likely. Like, it's the same way with Ralph's or grocery stores. It's like they buy, like we live in some small town, and then the fact that there's 2.5 million people in the San Fernando Valley, be damned, because we don't have what you're looking for.
Yeah.
We didn't buy extra of all the things that the people are buying.
That's
so I've got a real buyer problem in our local markets.
Bezos.
Hobby Lobby is the place that's the only place I can find fabric right now. If I want to buy
it is. I know, since Joann's went out of...
Joann's. Michael's doesn't have it.
I know. It's Hobby Lobby and Amazon, which is crazy.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Another Amazon plug.
Speaking, were you about to shout out Jeff Bezos?
I was just going to say Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos.
Like slide in Amazon commercial.
Yep.
Amazon. We have everything you always need.
So that I can have a yacht.
Yeah. Dope. Okay.
Yeah, so we're caught up.
Oh, yeah.
How are you?
Sorry, boys.
You're back. You went to Austin for the weekend. Did you have some good barbecue? Did you dance? Did you have too many spirits? And did you have a good time?
Oh, man. All of the things that you just said is such a bummer. So I had a show.
You didn't do any of those?
No, I did some of them. But I didn't get to go to the mothership, which is Joe Rogan's. Mm-hmm. They went the night before I got there.
Damn.
Yep.
Classic.
But the night before I got there was my wife's birthday. So
that's why you weren't at the mothership, because you were at the mothership.
I was. Dun, 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 dun.
Wow. That was hilarious.
That was.
That was really cool.
Okay, we went to Austin night. It's like a famous Austin
Austin night.
It's like a venue. It's like a venue where like country singers go and play.
Okay.
I can't think of it right now.
Billy Bob's? No, that's in Fort Worth.
But we went and saw a dope show, and then we had a fun Airbnb. We ran into a bunch of friends. It was a good time. And then drove back, got to see like because my best friend Eric, his kids are my godkids, godson, daughter.
They're like nieces and nephews, basically.
But like I'm officially mixed godfather, so it's kind of fun to like go in there and just play the godfather role.
I think
I'm like, get out on the street. It's time for you to bring me back money.
That's a great off-season segment. I want to dissect this whole thing.
I don't know why I did that. It was good. Yeah. I'm actually supposed to be in Vegas already right now because we're wrapping Hacks on Sunday. And we shoot tomorrow morning at 6:30.
All right.
In Vegas.
All right.
So I have...
What time do you have to be there?
Well, I need to be on set at 6:30.
a.m.?
Yeah.
Oh. So you just need to get to Vegas.
I need to get to Vegas.
You could definitely meet for 30 minutes after this.
Yeah, I still gotta do a 6-page audition, pack, drive 4.5 hours. But dude, that's what we signed up for when we did this life.
We did. This is dudes working in Hollywood.
Yeah, this is not complaining. This is just me expressing
your day.
The day.
We appreciate it. Yeah, it is 12:30 right now. We never get to do this during the day. We all had I'm on bed rest. You know, you guys, none of us are on set at the moment. Yeah, honestly.
Nice. Allie was worried about
I mean, I haven't left.
She was like, "Can Michael?
I haven't left
the studio. I
haven't left the house.
He's more fired up than everybody else.
I am fired up.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've put on jeans in 2 weeks.
Woo! Damn, nice.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move along.
Moving on. Let's get into college football. That's a good place to start.
Oh boy,
college football playoff.
I have some pro I need to eat. But before, what do you guys? I want to hear your takes.
Mendoza right over you into the end zone. What a play!
John Elway, 1998, flipping into the end zone. Yeah, was that type of play.
That was dope.
Legendary.
It's unfortunate that
who's your lore?
They didn't cover, but you know who cares?
Yeah.
Well, I think
I didn't have a lot of money on
Miami. They lost some momentum. I think Indiana is a very complete team.
Yeah,
I think everybody
so
was talking about it
disciplined.
the entire season going into it.
Belt to ass discipline.
And Signetti's on one right now.
Well, the difference in the two teams are Miami has more 5-stars who are younger, and Signetti decided to build his
4
team
or 5 stars.
He had 4 stars, but the average age of his team, was 23. They had 24 and 25-year-olds. The average age of the Packers is 25. So that leads me to another discussion we'll have in a second about the state of college football. But for the game, it was basically
10 now.
It was basically the fifth and sixth year seniors against sophomore juniors who are 5 stars.
Carson Beck is 42 years old.
He is a 5th, 6th year senior at quarterback. But I'm saying the majority
he hasn't gone to a class in 3 years. He even said it.
I know.
Or 2 years. Clip was really funny.
Yeah,
but
that class.
But back to the game, I thought that Miami had a shot, and with the game on the line, Carson Beck shows why he got demoted from Georgia, and it's unfortunate that he's going to be a practice squad quarterback or should just go into coaching. But that duck that he threw with 50, it needed to be a 45, 50-yard pass. If you would have thrown it to the end zone, game's over. You win the national championship. He throws up a 30-yard duck with nobody around him, time in the pocket, this little high school pass into double coverage. That ball works if you drop it in the bucket. He was nowhere near where the dart needed to be thrown.
All right,
and that was the game.
Darius J. Butler on the Pat McAfee show, they broke that whole thing down because they had a field pass and they were had an alt cast on ESPN2 and were reporting live from the field. So they broke that play down. They think the receiver, I forget his name, he realized that there was 3 coverages over on his side, so he just assumed that the ball was never going to come his way. And if you actually watch that replay back, he doesn't turn his head around before it's way too late. And I think that
all that's true, but then he would have been even further down the field to a terribly
I guess that
ball.
furthers the point. Carson Beck should have never looked that way for the throw. He made his mind up before the snap.
Yeah. And that's that's why he is where he is. But God bless the Miami Hurricanes.
It's kind of relative
cool.
to the Caleb Williams and DJ Moore play.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. I'm completely wrong about the Big Ten. They've now won 3 national championships in a row.
Heel turn.
I'm eating crow. I will say where I was wrong. You know what I mean? And I was wrong. I thought the SEC was superior. I do think they're a better conference top to bottom, obviously, but the Big Ten is better at football right now. They're recruiting tougher, nastier guys. They're better at scheme. They're better at situational football. And the Indiana Hoosiers put on a clinic, and they could be the new Alabama for the next 10 years with Signetti there and the way he's recruiting.
Yeah.
But that also segues into this. I want to talk to you guys about the state of college sports and college basketball, college football. What bothers me is that exact thing that you can have a 25-year-old playing in amateur college sports. It's ruining opportunities for younger kids. Of course, Malachi Moreno was there, but he's, 1 in a million in America as a college athlete. So I think I would propose these rules real quick, and then I'll hear what you want to say. It would be if you're a college kid, you get 1 transfer, period. And then if your coach leaves, you can get a transfer year every year you have a coach leave, because it wouldn't be fair to just get one of those and then your next 2 years
because you maybe
that's out of your control
for coach.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that makes sense.
So you get 1 transfer and then 1. It's not.
Should be.
And you get 1 transfer per every coach. That's it. And you salary cap it at $1 million. Highest paid players $1 million. We're still college athletes.
It's a lot of money.
It's still a lot of money. I mean, and other kids can make that, being TikTokers if they live in their, and YouTubers if they live in their parents' basement or have 8 dudes in 1 2-bedroom apartment and, put all their time and then they become a YouTuber. They make $1 million too. So you can either be a college athlete or you can be a
8
YouTuber
dudes in 1 bed.
or you go to class like the rest of
Michael.
us.
I think there's an argument opened up too for Signetti did take a lot of players from a school he was already at.
Yeah, JMU, right?
JMU.
Yeah.
And I think that does probably speak more towards, yes, we have NIL, and I think having the single transfer would be huge. No, I think it's good. I agree.
Year.
No, I think that's good.
It. There's no 6-year senior, 7th-year senior. If your injury also happens to be what your red shirt was, you get one 5th-year shot. That's it.
Well, I think it just speaks towards growing a program again, because I think we're all watching everybody scatter around with NIL right now, and I think having the single transfer will keep people more grounded with the team. Stick it out with the coach, or because I don't know. I think seeing Indiana, seeing them win this game does kind of show a little bit more of a camaraderie between a coach and player.
Well, and like, other programs are probably like, why not us? You know, why don't we get these, 24, 25-year-olds, 23-year-olds in here and have a semi-pro team in a college uniform? What are your thoughts?
I mean, honestly, you guys kind of said exactly how I feel about it. I think it is a little odd if you're 24, 25 playing in college. However, I mean, everyone's story is different. Like, did they start at their sophomore? Like, that's the thing. The whole red shirt thing. It's like, the COVID thing, which like I guess is now. This was the final like year where that could be applied. I don't know, man. Like, if you're in college, but like what if they're like, I want to be a doctor and I also want to play football. Like,
well, you get your 5th year option, and that's it.
Then they're like, I'm still going to school.
And I think you have to be in class,
like and things like that. But
the fact that Carson Beck is a 6th-year senior and isn't taking any classes, he should be forced to take graduate classes.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Or if he hadn't, if he graduated, like whatever. It's
especially if the school's paying
it's
you some
student
cash,
athlete, and we need to get the game back to student athletics. It is exciting to see, but at the same time, it's ruining the game for especially 18, 19-year-old kids.
Yeah.
Like, it just puts them so much further in, waiting to get their shot.
I could just see, like, the people counter-argue that and, like, maybe those 24-year-olds are teaching those 18, 19-year-olds how to be a 20, 21-year-old, like, starter.
Yeah. It's like with everything in life.
You know what I mean? Like a veteran leadership type of thing.
Yeah. Well, we pendulum. We did have the freshman one and done thing, especially in basketball. But you saw a lot more freshmen coming out that were 5 stars getting playing time in college.
And then going to the pros.
And especially in basketball. Yeah. And now it's swung to where there is no more one and done. It is, 4th, 5th year, 6th-year seniors.
College has a lot to figure out.
But
they got a lot to figure out.
And this is the last thing I want to say about college sports. This is the number one thing. The fiasco that we had with Lane Kiffin in Ole Miss and LSU should have never happened. It's not up to LSU, Ole Miss, and the chancellors and the
committee?
the 80s athletic directors.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be on them to make that decision. The NCAA should say, and same for kids hitting the transfer portal, because you have teams that have kids that go in the transfer portal as soon as the regular season's over. They don't even wait. And you have bowl teams and playoff teams with kids leaving. So in no other sport is the regular season over, and before you go to the postseason, it's a coach's free-for-all, and it's a player free-for-all. It makes no sense. And so, like, Lane Kiffin should have coached the Ole Miss Rebels through until they were done. When the season's over, then teams can talk to new coaches. Not until the college football playoff is over. Yes, on Tuesday is the day that anyone can talk to your coach. The players can go in the portal, whatever. Before then, it's a distraction, and it creates what we saw. But the NCAA has NIL lobbies that are all everybody's trying to make their 10% off that $10 million. Yep. And so it makes sense to have a bidding war for a backup JUCO quarterback who might be the next big, Chambliss. Okay. That's it.
All right.
Yeah.
Thoughts? Mic drop on college sports?
Yeah, I mean,
I've been in a hospital thinking about it.
No, and you're much more of a college fan than I am. So like,
that's my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's got you guys distracted?
Oh boy.
I wrote 2 big questions for us, but outside of these 2, because these will probably be 2 or 3 minutes each of conversation. Anything got you distracted other than these?
I just think it's a bummer for the Broncos and the Bills because, I mean, maybe Stidham is gonna go do it, maybe. But this is gonna, if he doesn't, the Patriots just literally just walked in with a cane, pimp walked right through every single game, and are gonna end up in the Super Bowl. Good for them. They won the game that they should win, right? 100%. They won
both of these are great segments to the 2 questions on what's got us distracted.
But like, I just feel so bad for the Broncos and Bo Nix. Like, man, like, what a tough
Here's what I say.
Son of a gun.
Ball don't lie.
Yeah.
That's what I have to say about them losing their starting quarterback.
What?
That was a catch. It should have never been overruled. And
what do you mean?
The Broncos should have lost that game.
You don't think that was a pick?
No. He was on his back.
You don't either?
He had possession. So that leads us into...
Yeah, we do get down to the
that leads us into what's got us distracted.
Watching the other calls that happened throughout the week. Yes, they were different refs, different games. There were a few other plays that are considered very similar. Where
the Devontae Adams play.
Yeah, his knee goes down, he goes out of bounds. And that's a very similar play to what happened right before the ball got picked. I mean, he's on the ground with the ball like this, and defender rolls on top of him and takes the ball.
You're saying he's down.
I think with the power replay we have nowadays, he's definitely down before the defender strips the ball.
Yeah,
period.
And that's what leads us to,
because that's how we rule every quarterback fumble too. Most of the time, the quarterback is going to get a little.
Yeah, if you're touched while your knee's on the ground.
Well, that's what leads us to this question. And what's got us distracted? What is a catch?
I saw.
And are the NFL refs, have they gotten it?
It's
are they
3 moves.
bought? Is it?
That's what they say, right?
It's in.
But what if you can't make those 3 moves? What if you're just sliding on the ground?
Well, then that's a catch. You're downed.
Exactly.
But the problem, what makes everyone so specifically even more mad was, one, that there wasn't a booth review over it.
There was.
Was there?
I thought
there was
I thought it took a minute.
I think it was. What was McDermott griping about then, that they didn't give enough time to it?
There was.
He felt like there wasn't
a lot of funny calls.
He felt like specifically that they didn't take enough time. He said they did a booth review. I think it was 30 seconds later they made a decision. Is I think what he said. So. At the end of the day, when you look at the play with Devontae Adams, his knees down, he catches the ball, then they rip it out. It's the exact same play, and that's what everybody is so upset about, the hypocrisy of it.
They're ruling possession, though. They're trying to say he didn't have full, complete possession by the time the ball was ripped out. That's why, in my opinion.
But
I actually am on the side it was a pick.
I'm on the side that it was not a pick, that it was a catch. Yeah. If I catch it and come to the ground with the ball and then you rip it out of my hands while I'm laying on the ground, it doesn't matter.
But it was being ripped out on the way to the ground.
It wasn't, because you could see
he was on the ground before. He
was on the ground before it got ripped out. He landed on him and ripped it out. It just
word. Yeah. I don't know. I saw some angles where I'm like, it seems like a pick.
Well, it's obviously close. I think it happens.
The problem is they ruled it a pick.
Yeah, that was the big problem.
But
there wasn't enough to
overturn it.
I think
it was blatant.
To get back to what is possession, what isn't possession, is you don't see a bobble though. You see the receiver take the ball, bring it into his chest.
Yeah.
I think that's literally
that was the same thing that happened with Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
Knee hits, then it's ripped out.
I forgot what the score was or where we were at that point in the game.
That decided the game realistically.
It decided the game. Yeah. It was. I mean, get to. Well, the defense still needs.
Folded right after.
Buffalo folded defensively.
2 immediate PIs after, so Buffalo folded.
But you robbed a team of an opportunity to kick the ball for the chance to win. Doesn't mean that they were going to win, but they were robbed of their opportunity. That was and so that leads us to the next conversation. There's just so much conversation. Is the game rigged? Is the game rigged? Does the NFL have what they want? I think they wanted a Patriots Denver 2013 rematch, for ratings, and a Broncos Super Bowl. I don't know.
Yeah, but I feel like Josh Allen's
the shield.
He's really just so loved by the NFL, in the media. Why would they not?
It's a better story to have the underdog never climb the hill. Think about it.
Yeah, but now the underdog doesn't have a head coach.
Yeah, which is another, conversation for later in the show. But
that's nuts.
Okay, so we'll talk about the Bills and Josh Allen in a second.
Let us know what you guys think. Do you guys think that it was a catch and not an interception, or do you think it was fairly ruled and it was a pick?
Yeah,
it was clearly a catch.
And I honestly can't say I don't think it was clearly an interception. I can just see how it's ruled one.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So the next thing you brought up before we got into this segment, you brought up the Patriots game and their weather game, and then the Bills game was also Denver. There was a weather game, and this was just a thought that I had.
I don't like it. This is part of the home field advantage. Sorry, your stadium has a dome. And Jerry Jones and when he does open it up, sheet metal falls and almost kills humans.
Okay, sure. So that's what I'm going to say next. I think that in the playoffs, college football, the NFL should have all playoff games played in a dome on a neutral site.
So at the Atlanta Falcons,
but every playoff game becomes
Stadium,
Atlanta Falcons,
arena.
Phoenix, Dallas, anywhere there's a dome. Okay, so any of those cities get to host, and you don't get to play in your home stadium.
But then it comes down to travel. It's like what team has to travel further.
It's a bowl game.
Yeah,
it's a bowl game at that point. So we get a neutral site bowl game where weather's not a factor. It's like the Super Bowl is a neutral site bowl game where weather's not a factor, and so
but it might not be.
I know, but
because if the Rams go to the Super Bowl,
this is the only sport. This is the only sport where all of a sudden the whole year is not played in bad conditions. And if you do have an outdoor stadium and you get to host a team for bad conditions, fine. That gives you an edge on your seating, and that's part of your home field advantage.
That's the idea.
But you get an edge on your seeding, so you can still be a number one seed by being Denver because everyone struggles to play at Mile High Stadium. But you don't get to play your playoff game against the Bills in the snow at Mile High Stadium. You play it on a neutral site, and we get to see who's the better team. Yeah. Same for the Patriots game. All those turnovers for CJ Stroud are more likely weather related. Some of them were weather related. Some of them were. I'm not giving him a pass. I'm just saying he might have 3 turnovers.
I didn't like what I saw out of him, and it looked like a continuation of what I saw in the Steelers game.
And
unfortunately, the Steelers couldn't capitalize on it. The Patriots did.
Yeah.
Well, Stroud
so am I crazy?
Early season Stroud.
Yeah. Talk me off the ledge. Should we? Is that a crazy idea?
I don't think that's crazy.
I don't think it's crazy.
The point of
winning your
division?
It's very.
Well, you win your division for seeding, and you don't. If you're a number one seed, you don't want to play a 2 seed. You know, like you're still playing an 8,
but you want to play at home.
And maybe then you can get a.
I don't think they could ever do that because the fans.
Yep, that's what I was going to say.
The fans can travel. College sports, they travel.
Yeah, but part of the
NFL fans will travel.
Yeah, but the aura is like you're coming into our house. We're going to show you how we represent our football.
I think each franchise.
But then you don't get a true champion. You get a weather-related champion.
Not necessarily, because the Bengals went up to Buffalo during that lake effect. Is that what they call that? When it's like all that snow all at once or whatever?
Yeah. I mean,
the Bengals won.
I get it. Someone that grew up playing football,
in the playoffs.
You love playing football in the mud and in the rain, and it's so fun. But I'm saying for championship competition, if we want to have the truest outcome, that's what we should do.
The Texans just did to the Steelers. It was like the coldest game that the Texans had. The Texans had never won in that cold of weather in a playoff game ever.
Yeah, I get it.
It works both ways.
It's fun to think about.
I get what you mean.
I know what you mean because that
was bad football. It was hard to watch.
Oh, that game was bad.
That's why I was like.
But the Bears-Rams game, that was a game.
Bears-Rams game was awesome.
Game.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Speaking of, let's see, biggest stories of the weekend. We could talk about the Bills.
Let's start. Or I guess
Rams-Bears.
We
could just start with Rams-Bears. Yeah,
I'm all in on the home team. By the way, let's go Rams. Rocking the hometown.
We all have to be.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works for you as a Chargers fan.
It's funny. We don't really have that much of a rivalry, though, because we're just 2 different conferences.
You guys are neighbors.
It's more like we just, we share home turf.
You guys have tandem parking.
I don't.
I actually used to root for the Astros.
To be honest,
they were in the NL.
I wouldn't have minded seeing it before the outcome of this game. I wouldn't have minded seeing the Bears win as well.
That would have been cool.
Caleb Williams is on a hot streak and he's throwing crazy passes. But
what a game!
What a game!
Weekend.
Seriously.
And with that being said, was that the throw of the year?
Hands down,
throw of the year into interception of the season.
He runs back to the 45, the same distance
He's got 4 big men,
20 yards
chasing him. It's done.
He looks, pops,
and throws a perfect ball.
Yeah.
And I don't know how that tight end, Komet, played that corner or safety. I don't know what the coverage was right there. But he came in back towards the goal line and then kind of just snuck back behind.
He just
just caught it. And
I think most of the defense they weren't expecting him to huck that ball that far.
Yeah,
they weren't expecting it.
It was a prayer, and it doesn't even end in a win, which is crazy.
Yeah. It's just so unfortunate they don't get to win that game after that play.
Yeah.
Respect to his game knowledge for knowing that there might be a receiver there. I doubt he saw that there was a receiver there. He just chucked it in the right spot.
Yeah, he's like, technically there's someone in the zone.
That's cool.
Let's see
that's what a good quarterback should be doing.
Yeah.
If he wants to win championships in the future, that's probably what he's got to do.
Yeah.
For the Bears.
Hopefully they get him some help on the offensive line so he's not having to make hero plays like that.
But it's funny,
But
that's
every
part of
time
his game.
I know, but every time I watched him play this year, like especially down the stretch, and they were in all these showcase games, I kept thinking Heisman. Wow, look at that Heisman quarterback. Like
Really?
And everything that that was said about him negatively, you don't really know what a quarterback's going to be one way or the other. You don't know if anyone's right or wrong. But to see him become what people thought he could be, and see him be that Heisman quarterback, dude's a dog. And so him and Ben Johnson are going to be a problem for a long time for the rest of the league. Speaking of, what I loved about the Rams victory is the Mike LaFleur is the defensive coordinator, the beef that Matt and Ben have, and then Sean McVay, Coach McSexy, taking offense to it. And, he had to be conferring with, or at least had a text or two, with LaFleur about it. And it was a little extra special. So I don't know. I love it. I love like the moxie. I love the fight. I love we're coming at your head.
Yeah.
Like this is sports. It's supposed to be fun. Yeah.
Of course. And I heard on the McAfee show today, they said, because I guess the Ben Johnson handshake with Matt LaFleur after the Packers win, or after the Bears beat the Packers, was just like, see ya. Like, one of those.
It was completely dismissive.
But I guess,
human
and then him cussing him out in the locker room and
exactly. All of the things that led up to that. But then they were like, the handshake looked a little bit more sentimental with Mike LaFleur. Like after that win, I thought it was funny.
That is funny.
Is like that. Like everyone's picking up on like the LaFleur and Ben Johnson beef.
Yeah,
it's pretty funny.
It's good.
Well, the Bears have, I think, surpassed the Detroit Lions immediately in that division moving forward.
Yeah,
because they have the better coach, and I'd say their quarterbacks are the same. But I don't know. Shout out to the NFC North.
Yeah.
All right.
So next game, what do we got?
Do we want to talk about the Bills, Josh Allen, or the roster?
Oh yeah, was his mistake?
Wait, let's do that one last so we can get right into the coach hires.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good.
We could do. Let's do Niners.
Yeah, so are the Seahawks
Niners
dominant?
are cooked.
No,
they're injury-ridden.
But the question was, is the Seahawks, are they dominant, or is it the Niners were injured?
I think it's both.
Yeah, I think it's both. Too.
Yeah, I think both could be true. Yeah, truly.
I think the Seahawks are scary, but the Niners.
Think about it.
The Niners look
McCaffrey
so soft.
did nothing in that game.
He didn't have much options. When he's the only guy, sometimes it's just it's hard to watch.
Of course.
Juwan Jennings had a couple dope catches. Yeah. But resulted.
They should have had him throw the ball.
But I feel the same way about the Seahawks that I do about the Patriots. I think the Seahawks are better than the Patriots if they were to play each other. The winner of the Rams Seahawks game will be the Super Bowl champion, I believe.
I also believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with that said, the Patriots, are the Seahawks like the Patriots? The Patriots, at the end of the day, they just beat a bad, banged-up Chargers team with a practice squad offensive line.
Yeah.
Last position in PFF for all offensive linemen on the field that day. That's who the Patriots beat. And then they get a weather game where they win at home and C.J. Stroud struggled. Yes, it's a win, but it like you said, they've kind of cakewalked here. And are the Seahawks kind of a similar team to that, where they also just beat a very banged up team? Did that really tell us anything about the Seahawks?
Way tougher.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Because Seahawks played healthy 49er teams.
Of course.
Healthy Ram teams. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm saying, are the Seahawks the Patriots? Were they just, are they a little bit of a home field draw? They just played a banged up team?
I would say the Seahawks are way, probably a better, group of dudes. Yeah.
A better roster, better team.
I really think that they're a better roster. Yeah.
I think so
too. The thing is I would take Greg May as quarterback over Sam Darnold.
Oh, for sure. But am I wrong about the assessment with the Patriots?
Possible. Yeah.
How they've cakewalked?
No, everyone talks about it and sees it. The thing is they keep winning, so it's
that's the hard part.
All the massholes are like, you just over there just sounding boo-hoo, but look at us winning games, and we're in the AFC Championship game again, and when's the last time you've been in it? It's
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost want Stidham to take him down.
I really want the Broncos.
I haven't been rooting for the Broncos this entire season, but I would love to see
we would have a better Super Bowl if it's the Patriots and a starting quarterback versus Denver. Denver would only win that game because of home field advantage. On a neutral field with Jared Stidham in 2 weeks, there's no way either of those teams beat the Seahawks or the Rams.
Yeah,
with Jared Stidham, they're gonna have to put up points. It's just not gonna happen.
There's no way he could beat the Rams. I think the Seahawks, it could be an interesting game. It could be a defensive coaching battle.
Yeah, like on a fumble or some special teams.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But the Rams, there's no way.
Okay, with
in my opinion. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk about Rams and Seahawks when we look ahead. I've got some questions for us.
Josh Allen and his no roster. They fire the head coach and promote their GM to president of operations. He got a pay raise and the coach got fired because the coach had no players and the GM is the one that supplies the players.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It feels like a setup.
And weeks before the deadline, McDermott was begging for help on the offense.
Yeah.
Begging.
Yep. Look, I would love McDermott as a Pittsburgh Steelers head coach. However, I want a younger coach, so I don't. But if anyone gets McDermott, good hire.
McDermott would be perfect for you guys, for the way that you like to, your philosophy. But back to the game, all of the onus is on Josh Allen and his mistakes and his turnovers in that game. But the question was it Josh Allen? Was it Josh Allen because he had to put on a cape, or was it because he drug a roster on offense that couldn't compete? And I mean, he did have a great running back, but he had nothing at tight end, nothing on the outside. Brandon Cooks is great, but he's beyond his prime.
They got him late in the season.
He's a great compliment, but
he's a 3 at best.
Over the years that McDermott has been there, and I don't think it's McDermott's fault, but they've failed to get a top, like they've had Khalil Shakir. Keon Coleman was kind of a bust.
Yeah.
I think
they had Diggs for a minute.
They traded their pick.
And then
But Diggs was a locker room problem.
I think that's a crazy thing too when we see the news that happens after. I guess we can talk about the Patriots a little after this, but whatever happens with Stephon Diggs, if he makes a big impact in the Super Bowl and then goes to jail, I would be a little mad. I would be a little annoyed about that because they did hold the arraignment until after the Super Bowl purposely to let him play.
Yeah.
So if he gets off, good for him. That's great. Go win a Super. But if he does make big impact in the Super Bowl, I think that's going to be pretty controversial.
That's a hilarious thing, and we'll have to stay.
I did see a comment.
That's a storyline to keep
eyes glued to that.
Yeah.
I did see a comment in the comments of a story that I saw about this, and it said, "Lawyer here. It's not a conspiracy. Any lawyer can request a extension on an arraignment."
That's very true.
And that's all that happened.
Yeah.
But
it makes sense.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I get it. Yeah.
I don't know. But the NFL could put on, innocent until proven guilty, but the NFL does have an outer. They're not within the rules of law. When
I mean, it's like it's why we don't believe that the NFL isn't cheating. Now, you can go out and win so convincingly that they can't tip the scale in their favor. But if it's a 50-50 ball with the game on the line, they're going to tip the scale to the team that they want to advance.
Yeah.
And it's sickening. So your team has to be better than
it's not basketball.
Your team has to be better than the cheating shield.
Does anyone watch that anymore?
Oh, yeah. I got lots to talk about with hoops.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to do it. All right. Anyways.
Okay.
But with Sean McDermott being fired, which is crazy, let's just get right into NFL coaches being hired.
Yeah. And so the first question before we go to the hot or not jobs and hires, should you hire, if you're one of these teams looking like the Steelers, we just brought this up, do you hire a defensive-minded coach or do you hire an offensive-minded coach? And there's a lot of different arguments about this. Yes,
depends on how your team's constructed already.
I know, but I mean...
So for me, I think that we should get Don Shula, the Rams defensive coordinator, and we should get Sheil Haas, who's their passing game coordinator at the Rams, promote him to be an offensive coordinator, make Don Shula be the head coach, and long-winded answer for me to say, if you do hire a defensive coordinator or a defensive-minded coach as your head coach, you need to have a dog as an offensive coordinator and let them do offense.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. But many times with defensive coaches, they don't hire the right offensive coordinator. You look at Ron Rivera, there's a lot of different defensive-minded coaches that didn't hire the right. Now, Ron Rivera also got to a Super Bowl, but that's just one example. But there's a lot of defensive coaches that don't make the right. This could be said about Sean McDermott. It was definitely said about Mike Tomlin. Yes, you're a great defensive-minded coach. Your defensive concepts are outdated a little bit.
Yeah.
Because of their struggles in years past.
Sean McDermott's also produced head coaches though, Brian Daboll.
That was Tomlin's knock that he didn't understand offense, that he couldn't hire the right offensive coordinator. So sometimes you get that with a defensive-minded coach that wants to more
Agreed.
ball control, and they don't care about playing crazy offense because they know that their defense is going to have to be on the field all the time. So it messes with their philosophy. So with anything in life, I think the answer is not one or the other. You have to have a coach that is a good head coach, and understand and wants to win football games, and that means being tenacious defensively, but also being aggressive offensively, and not having these strange concepts that pencil those guys into bad offenses and bad offense creation because they want to run the ball and then play possession so their defense doesn't have to be on the field as much. But then you put yourself in a situation where you're a vanilla offense and, if you don't have the line, then you're Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's true.
So, football's hard.
Football's hard.
Yeah. So any other thoughts? What do you think? Defense, offense, what are you doing? What do you want to... What do you want in your
I think
coaching hire?
it does depend on where you're set up beforehand and what players probably you have. But I think it is. I think you're right that it's a bigger step to go from being just an offensive defensive coordinator to a head coach, because you do kind of have to let go of the reins in certain respects, but also see the bigger picture of a team.
Right.
And I think some coaches are. That's why, to kind of segue into the McDaniels hire at the Chargers, I'm a little excited about that because he did prove himself as an offensive coordinator before.
I think it's a great hire.
Went on to be a head coach.
I think it's the best hire of the offseason.
Yeah. I think it's going to be really fun because he's going to want to prove himself again, and he's going to be back into more of a confined wheelhouse where he's got offense.
He's going to be in the one city that was like the last place he should move to.
Yes.
He definitely should not come to Los Angeles if Miami was too fast for him.
Yeah.
So the Mike Daniels Worry Watch will continue into 2026.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. We're going to have him on the show shortly,
I was going to just say,
worry.
we have an extra seat availability.
Yeah, he'd be right there.
And we're into the same things you're into.
We'll invite you to good parties, Mike.
Yeah.
So love the hire.
We know people.
But I'm excited on that hire. We still need an offensive line coach. That's all I have for the Chargers on that.
Well, that gets us into hot or not for this week. We're looking at the NFL coaching hires. Let's just go down the list. I think we immediately think that Mike McDaniels to the Chargers at offensive coordinator is a hot
good hire. Good hire.
I think he's
definitely
why would you not want, it just makes so much sense.
One,
he's been in California, coached before. It's how he got his head coaching job. Clearly he likes warm weather.
Clearly. Yeah. So that's a win.
You got Herbert, who's a proven quarterback, just hasn't been able to do the big one yet. The big games.
Chargers are my new. If they can shore up their offensive line, get a new offensive line coach, they will be my favorite for the AFC West.
If we could stay healthy,
healthy,
it'd be great.
So,
football's hard.
Yeah. So what about this is huge. Cowboys, sorry about it. You had your chance. John Harbaugh is about to put a stranglehold on the division with the Giants.
Well, do you think Harbaugh's slamming the desk a little bit, seeing McDermott get fired like a week or so after he signed the Giant deal?
Oh, that's a great question. That is phenomenal. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
He is.
Absolutely.
Can you decline the job? Wow.
To go from having arguably, Lamar Jackson to Josh Allen would have been a crazy move.
Yeah, and being a New York Giant head coach, that's New York City. Yes, they play New Jersey or whatever, but this is New York City. It is so many people with so many opinions and so much media and so many cameras and so many things.
Yeah.
It's like he could have just went to Buffalo, which is essentially like the Baltimore of New York.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And just took over.
Wow.
Oh, Stone, that's a great point.
Yeah.
That would have been crazy.
Yes. Hands down, Harbaugh is like,
But meanwhile, I think Harbaugh will be the coach for the Giants for the next 10 years. They're just going to let him do his thing. I think if Jackson Dart doesn't work, then they'll move up and get a quarterback, and he's going to build that team, to be a contender. And the NFC East is just ridiculous. You got Nick Sirianni. Who knows who's going to be the Cowboys coach in the next year or two? The Washington Commanders are a dumpster fire. And so as a Cowboys fan, I don't like this.
Yeah, I wouldn't either if I were you.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So Harbaugh to the Giants is a huge
It's a great hire. I think Harbaugh, like you said, might be kicking himself.
Yeah.
And the only reason I throw that question out there is because Harbaugh probably would have been at top of the list for that if he was still 100%.
But the transition would have been nuts.
Yeah.
Because it would be like, am I in the same building Like I just have a bigger and a white version of Lamar Jackson. like literally though, like a mobile quarterback who can sling it. Like, you know what I mean? Dudes
Jackson
that are
Dart
just
thinks
down.
that he's about to be that dude though.
Jackson Dart's on Tinder dates.
Yeah. Those are boys.
Darts, I think he has high potential, but I think he's a little bit of a wild card. Seeing his attitude.
Wild card.
He seems
Scataboo's like the thing that could keep him grounded, I think.
Scataboo's funny. And I mean, they have Malik Neighbors. Everybody was giving him shit.
True.
not
Forgot
Yeah, he'll
about
be
Malik
back next year.
but
Yeah.
he'll be fine.
The Giants could very well win the NFC East next year.
Yep. We got to move along.
Okay.
So Stefanski to Falcons is probably the most
worst one.
controversial of all. I would definitely say it's a not.
It's not good.
Why would you hire someone
Yeah.
that went through 13 quarterbacks?
Yeah.
He clearly can't develop a quarterback. And isn't he racist? Like,
Ooh, I didn't know about this.
I'm just kidding.
He might be.
But you know,
Well, he also hated on Baker, and
the
Baker's white.
culture and the fam, you know, kind of seemed to think that there was some of that going on. I'm not saying it's true or not. I'm just saying there's definitely talk that
It's interesting.
he's a little bit of a dick. And
I don't think the
isn't an
Falcons got that
open-minded
one
guy.
right. I wouldn't have. You're telling me Raheem Morris is a worse head coach than Stefan? No. Like,
No.
I would way rather have Raheem Morris.
Arthur Blank needs to have his decision-making ability revoked, just like Jerry Jones.
He probably
This
does.
was a terrible
Yeah.
hire. I think once you're...
I think everyone's in the court on that, though. Like through everywhere, other than Stefanski's bank account and his family.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
guarantee you Kirk
They're like,
Cousins,
it's a good one.
Kirk Cousins is going to be starter. Kirk Cousins will be starter on day one, and it's going to tell you all you need to know.
Yeah, or they're going to trade
Just-
for like Kyler Murray and just fuck it up again. But it's part of my language.
Little
Kyler Murray.
tiny from out west. I
Yeah.
think he's a cute backup.
The Falcons are like, no, we don't have time for that. We got to move along.
All right, Halfley on the Dolphins.
I don't know.
Well, he was the
Too early to tell.
offensive coordinator at the Packers, or
Okay.
defensive coordinator.
Defense.
He
actually
was
don't know
defensive
much
coordinator.
about
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was 100%. He was a head coach at Boston College, so they think that he's got some, structural CEO, head coach type vibes in there or skill sets. So that remains to be seen. Clearly, they want to go defense. They want someone with a little bit more stability. Now, if he turns out looking like Mike McDaniel,
He's going to. His name is
gonna be
Halfley.
hilarious.
You're going to say, can I have me another?
Miami's running through players and coaches
that'll
like
be really
crazy.
funny to watch, actually.
Yeah.
I
I
was
think-
in Austin like the people I was with in Austin, they grew up in Florida, and I'm not sure that they feel excited about this hire. They're big
Yeah.
Dolphin fans, so
Yeah. I think Miami and the Raiders, both of those places it's going to be hard to have a thriving team
yeah.
because it's
that's-
hard for people to be adults in those towns. It's not exactly where you go to grind, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like where you just have a lunch pail workman attitude. It's flashy lights,
Yeah.
glitz, glam,
That's
and
the nice
everything
thing
that comes
about
with
New
it.
York is it is hard to live there. Like you have to take a subway, wait and track. Like there is a grind just to do normal activity. So there is chance for New York to be good.
Yeah.
But that's the
I
difference
think-
between Vegas and Miami,
think-
where it's like, dude, you don't even need to leave your house. Like we're coming to you.
I think McDermott over to the Raiders is a funny proposition I've seen floating around here and there, just because it's possible.
That would be a great hire.
Yeah.
It'd be really interesting if they could get him, because they're gonna get a quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, for me, speaking of like, I want the Cowboys to hire McDermott tomorrow.
Yeah,
I want it
see
to be a
that? I
done
was
deal.
gonna- yeah.
He's your defensive coordinator. He'll bring stability.
I don't think he's going to go down to DC.
It'd be
though.
great for the Cowboys.
No,
though.
he
That'd be
needs.
great.
He'll be a head coach. But if he doesn't get a head coach, who cares? Offer him $10 million a year. Let him come in and bring someone that he works and trusts
Save the
with, and
team.
let him turn the reins over. But my God, do something different than the passing game coordinator from the from the Philadelphia Eagles.
And then our last big hire, Saleh to the Titans.
I don't know. He did a good job good job under Shanahan's system.
Well, I think it's just hard because the
I
Titans
think
are not
Shanahan's
exciting.
Yeah. Well, they are going to have a
Look
number
what they
4.
did. Kicked Vrabel out of town. He took a year off. He actually didn't take a year off. He was like somewhere in the office, like at the Browns.
They sent AJ Brown.
They didn't like try and
for
promote
peanuts.
him.
Yep.
Yeah. And then now Vrabel is the New England Patriots head coach, and they're in the AFC Championship Games. So I don't think that the Titans know what the hell they're doing.
The Titans could
but
have.
hopefully Saleh does, and he can get a dope OC, and that's to our point. If they get a great OC, they got Cam Ward, #1 overall draft pick last year.
They got a number 4 pick this year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Could
a
be
chance.
No,
I don't think so.
they're in
Yeah.
AFC South
Yeah.
purgatory.
I don't know if I'm Saleh, I take that job, but I mean, again,
Well, you take a head coaching job where you can get one.
Yeah.
There's only 32 of them in America, in the world. I mean,
let's talk about our openings.
Why the heck not?
We got, all right, so who would you say is the hottest opening available? Ravens, Bills, Steelers, Browns, Cardinals, or Raiders? All have head coaching openings.
Wow.
I think Ravens and Bills are at the top.
Yeah, for sure.
Raiders are up there too, just because of their draft stock.
Steelers, because they're a solid organization.
They have everything but a quarterback.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's very true.
Yeah.
I would say the Bills. I would take Josh Allen and the Bills.
I think the
even
Bills is
over
the best
Ravens.
job.
Ravens is 1A. It's equally just as good.
Touche. Yeah.
But I would take Josh.
Yeah. What
over-
city would you rather live in?
If I'm going to have a running
That's really what it comes
if I'm
down
going to have
to.
a running throwing quarterback, I want the more durable one, and that just happens to be Josh Allen because he's 6'6", 235.
He's just a bigger dude.
He's just a bigger dude. So they're the same quarterback. I would just take the healthier.
Well, I think
version of the same option.
he's got homie's got to play with the chip on his shoulder next season. I don't know what's gonna happen with him, but I'd be pretty frustrated losing that many.
Yeah.
AFC Championships playoff games.
Yeah. I also think the knots are, I don't know what's worse, but the Cardinals or the Browns. Like, Arizona already lost their hockey team. Ship that up to Utah.
I would say the
Is
Cardinals,
Arizona about to lose their football team next?
The Browns have a top 5 defense and a solid
True.
roster.
Yeah,
All
they
they
just
need is an offensive-minded head coach.
They have Myles Garrett, who just broke the NFL record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would take the Browns job in a heartbeat.
High draft picks. I think they have 2 first rounds this year from the trade up to Jaguars for Travis Hunter. Remember that? Yeah. They received their first round pick next year.
If you're the
which would be
Browns,
this draft.
you're the Browns and one of these quarterbacks falls to you, do you just go ahead and take them?
No.
Or do you bet
They
on
have so many
Shador?
quarterbacks.
I know they do.
Yeah, they
you
got
can
like
cut
a-
them.
Yeah.
You can cut them. I would keep Shador and then maybe
Watson.
draft a number 1 quarterback. Deshaun, he did like one of our videos on TikTok, the official Deshaun Watson. So thank you, Deshaun, for one of our Browns takes. We do wish you the best, and hopefully you can become Clemson quarterback Deshaun Watson and first year AFC.
All right, boys. Let's just look ahead
let's look ahead at the playoffs
and then do our bet of the week.
Yeah.
Again, the classic printer ink ran out during the print job.
Oh, it's okay. All right, so
Here, I'm gonna slate them off to you. Yeah.
well, we got 2 games.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the AFC, NFC. Which one do we want to go with first?
Let's do the AFC because I think it's less exciting as the NFC.
Okay.
So we have the Patriots. Mike Vrabel, first year, taking Drake May. He's on the Mayfield boat. What was that?
The Mayflower.
Mayflower.
The
Thank you, there,
Mayflower.
Michael. Thank you, Michael. Riding up into the mountains in Denver at High Mile Stadium. And by the way, shout out the boss, my brother, Eric, bought tickets to go in the game.
Oh, nice.
How
Good
fun.
man. That's cool.
How fun. You
All
know
right.
it's going to be such a fugazi. Like, it's going to be just everything.
Hollywood
Fireworks.
It's gonna be rowdy.
Sports.
Crazy.
Yeah, good for
Hollywood
him.
Sports
That's
at
cool.
the game. We're repping. Let's go.
Yes, sir. With that being said, Patriots, Broncos. Who do you got? Why do you got them? Make it quick.
Oh, man. Okay. I'm going to have to say the Patriots because of Jared Stidham. Now,
yeah.
I think all of us will not be shocked if the Broncos get some sort of upset because the Patriots, they're having to play in Mile High Stadium. That's difficult for everybody.
Yeah.
And they just beat a practice squad offensive line in the Chargers.
I think
And they
this is their
just
hardest
had a
game.
weather game against the Texans. So
Bo Nix sometimes doesn't show up and play that well. So, but the team still went.
Until the fourth
wins.
quarter most of the time. I mean,
So, I don't know. And just wanted to throw this out there, guys.
I still won't be impressed if the Patriots win this game because then they got a
I
game
agree.
against a backup
I
quarterback.
agree. I agree.
So-
New England's favored by
We
5.5.
still don't know how good the Patriots are yet.
I'm taking the Broncos, man. I got the Broncos just because I think the team is way more prepared. They're at home. I think that them being underdogs, I think there's just so much juice that they can pull from, so many chips that they can stack on their shoulder, and they're just going to go out there and just out-bully them. However, the Patriots can be bullies too, so it's going to be a great game. It's going to be low scoring. The over-under is 42.5. Take the under, in my opinion.
I think they slam the under.
Bo Nix, the pride of the Auburn Tigers, just goes down just like that.
Yep.
And he's not in this game. And that, to me, that's it. I think the Patriots win the game because there's not a starting quarterback.
Stone,
But
who
that's
you got?
one
What
thing.
you got?
I think it's going to be very, very close. I think this game comes down to who throws the most touchdowns, and I think Drake May probably lands 2 touchdowns and Stidham maybe throws 1. I think that's where
2 tutties to May.
Yeah, I think we're looking at like a 14,
So you're saying
10,
don't bet Ramondre Stevenson or Henderson.
I don't know about them.
Tutties.
They're hard. I mean, it's possible. No, I think
I hate
it's
when you
possible
have
for them to get in.
number 1 running backs.
Yeah,
It's hard to bet those. Just take the overs on their yardage. No touchdowns.
Yeah, I would lean towards their yardage over touchdowns because I think touchdowns are going to be at a premium this game.
Agreed.
Unless they both roll over, but I think scoring's going to be at most of a premium. Maybe look at the kicker lines.
Ooh, you're here first, folks.
Okay.
Hollywood Sports.
So
I think Patriots. I think I'd take Patriots, but again,
you got Patriots?
I don't think I'd be surprised if the Broncos roll.
Yeah, Patriots, Broncos.
I think the Broncos win by
I'm rooting for the Broncos.
I think the Broncos win by a field goal like they have had this season a few times.
Yeah, that's
All
valid.
right. Okay, well, that takes us to the NFC Championship Game.
Rams Seahawks.
Crazy. Rams Seahawks West Coast.
NFC West Masher.
Yeah.
Okay, now didn't they split? I'm 100% sure, right?
Yep, they split.
Okay, so they split.
Seahawks barely won in overtime that one game.
I know, and we called it a fraud. We're like, that doesn't matter.
Well,
I got
Sam Darnold.
Game. That was the one with the backwards pass. And
you gotta think. I mean, and that was the last time they played. You gotta think.
Oh yeah, that's right. When they didn't realize the 2-point converted.
Yep. Yeah, that was crazy.
You gotta think that Coach McSexy and the Rams have a plan after playing them that way, seeing what they've done over and over again. This is a division game that is anybody's game, but I think Matthew Stafford is on like a year of destiny, and he gets it done. And I'm pulling for the hometown team.
That's what I feel like.
Obviously, I'm all in on the
Rams. Let's go Rams, baby.
Yeah, because then I will not care about the Super Bowl at all if it's Seahawks versus either of those 2 teams from the AFC.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
I will care if it's the Broncos. Because, family lives out there. It's also close to home. I grew up in Nebraska.
Eric,
yeah,
Hollywood Sports Team. We basically have it. Okay, I'll care a little bit.
If it's the Broncos versus Seahawks, we all better as a show be riding for the Broncos.
Yeah, I'd ride the Broncos.
We're riding for the Broncos.
That's your division. You should want your division to look better.
I'd ride for the Broncos.
Yeah.
But I don't feel that way about
the story's fun.
Eagles, like.
Well, that's a true rivalry.
I do not feel like. I don't know. The Patriots feel like more of a rival to me this season than
I did root for the Giants
just because I don't
Super
like
Bowls,
the Patriots
so I
this
get
season.
the
no
logic.
one does. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we all got Rams.
Rams, take it away.
We all have Rams for the same reasons. They've done it before, and they're a completely healthy team. And look at how they're all playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that leads us to the bet of the week.
All right, guys.
Wait, before we do the bet of the week, I've been wanting to ask this. It has been on our show notes for 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just a random thing that's happening in America, and I think we should talk about it because alcohol consumption is down 54% in America. Period, across the board. What an interesting statistic.
Sorry. Bunch of pussies.
What do you think it is?
We ain't drinking at the game.
I think there's.
You don't got boys?
That means that's a massive amount of dip in sales and consumption.
Salute to your healthiness and salute. I come from a very.
I know I can't drink alcohol for a long time.
Destroyed a lot of my family, so I do respect the hell out of it.
I think it comes down to I think weed plays a factor for sure, that people have more options to relax. If they
I would much
relax.
rather use cannabis than alcohol.
Oh, agreed. Yeah.
I only drink if I only drink if I'm with my buddies or at a wedding or an event. Like
on a good day, a bad day, days in and why.
Daniel's a little different. But
I'm kidding though.
Is it 54% per person, or is it like nationwide in sales? Like what is that 54%? If someone knows in the comments, that would really help the argument.
But also,
I don't know if I'm down 54%.
I'm happy to hear that people are drinking more green juices. Which you can't. Don't do it.
I know. My bad colon. All right, bet of the week. So if you know why alcohol consumption is down, let us know. But if you're drinking like crazy...
Guarantee it's not down in Nebraska.
Real quick. I think it also could have something to do with the economy a little bit as well. I think less people are making more money. So less people are going out
issue.
To, at least if we're taking stats from like bars and restaurants and that type of stuff, less people are going out. They may be drinking at home, and that's a lot harder to track.
Yeah.
So
a lot more people are DJs. They're like, why do I got to go out? I'm listening to what I like here.
Oh, hilarious.
Yep. All right,
Food
so
for thought.
yeah, we got the bet of the week from, he said it's the lock of the week from the boss. He goes, all right, it's lock of the week time. I've got 3 player props I'm rolling with this week. In full transparency, I've been really good at going 2 out of 3. So let's see which one gets me this time.
Okay. All right, Eric.
He goes, first up, Patriots versus Broncos. It's going to be a frigid day in Denver. Real football weather. Give me Ramondre Stevenson over 49.5 rushing yards.
Okay.
That number is disrespectful. Even against a strong Broncos defense, he's going to get fed and grind out yards. Okay. We were just saying
that.
He goes, let's move to the Rams versus Seahawks. Much better weather for the Rams to actually let it fly. Give me Matthew Stafford over 254.5 passing yards. He's got the arm, he's got the weapons, and this offense is built to move the ball through the air. He's going to rack up yards.
Wow. Okay.
And he goes, and if Stafford's throwing, one of those balls is going to Puka. Give me Puka Nacua anytime touchdown. It's simple. Targets turn into touchdowns, and this guy lives around the football. If the Rams score, Puka's got a great shot to be the one doing it. And if this is the one that ruins my 3-for-3 dreams, I'll take full responsibility. So that's the lock. Stevenson over, Stafford over, Puka anytime TD. Let's go.
Let's go. All right, man. That's the bet of the week, and that's our show on the money. So everybody have a great week. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yep.
That's it.
Hey, Hollywood.
Sports.
Michael's back.
Let's go.